So, number 7, our final movement, stretch in the Supple 7 sequence. And this one is a split stance, lunge forward stretch. Okay, so there's 2 things we're focusing on. One is working on the ankle, so you can see I've taken the shoes off for this one. Ankle mobility is crucial for sport, and quite often if you've rolled an ankle, sprained an ankle, something like that, you'll notice that there's a lot higher chance and probability that it's going to happen again. So crucially important that we look after our ankles, both in terms of mobility and stability. So there's no point having loads of range of movement if there's no stability there. We need to make sure that it's strong and can withstand different forces. But we also need to make sure that we've got a good range of motion. If, like myself, you sprain your ankles a lot of time, you may have got a lot of scar tissues which has impacted on your range of motion. So for this one, we're going to get a stretch in the back hip, and then we're going to open up the ankle dorsiflexion in the front ankle. So what I want to do is set myself into a 90-90 position as such. I don't want to hyperextend my back, so instead, think about tucking under the pelvis and then leaning forwards. We're going to use the weight of a kettlebell just to try and drive the ankle forwards, okay? So that extra weight is going to help open the ankle up. So what I want to make sure I'm keeping my heel flat on the floor, and then I'm using the weight to drive the ankle forward as much as I can, okay? Key thing on here, we're going to work like a smoothing mobilization, so we're working forwards and backwards with the movement. So we want to take it as far as we can, then we come back, and then we're going to try and go again. And we also want to think about working all directions. In particular with the ankle, we want to work on trying to drive the knee out, okay? So pushing the knee outwards towards the toe rather than letting the knee collapse inwards, okay? Because when we're doing squats or any sort of sporting movement, we want to avoid the knee rotating inwards. So we need to have good ankle flexibility, range of movement, working out to the side. So again, from a front arm position, okay, get the kettlebell up onto the knee. And then again, I'm driving that knee outwards to the side and back and driving out. Okay, on this one, hopefully ideally in your gym you've got a kettlebell, something like that you can use. Otherwise you can just use your arms. So for example, if I'm here, just using the weight of my body to help drive open and work back. Okay, use the body weight and drive through. But it is ideal if you've got something like a kettlebell that you can use. On this one, again, the more we're doing, the more hopefully we're going to open it up. So I would say a minimum working of 20 repetitions, so forwards and back on each side. Ideally we can fit a couple of rounds in depending on the amount of time available that we have. Okay, so that's number 7 in the Supple 7 sequence. That is our final one. With each of the exercises that I've given you, build into a system that's going to work for you depending on your time. Okay, I would say to try and spend at least a minimum of 2 to 3 minutes on each individual movement. If you have longer, so if this is a rest day for you and you're specifically trying to focus on flexibility and movement, then I would spend up to 30 to 45 minutes on these drills. Really take your time and try and focus on getting a little bit more range and flexibility into the movements. A lot of these can be used in a warm-up as well. Some of the movements are dynamic, so we can actually use them in a warm-up prior to going on to our sport, whether we're doing sport or working out in the gym. Okay, there will be a kind of document that I'll put with this, with the Supple 7 system, which shows you different ways that you can actually implement it in terms of the timings, how long to hold, how many breaths, etc. Okay, so put this to use. And this will make you a better tennis player, or just in general, if you're anyone using this, a better athlete. And it will also maintain your playing career and your body health for